Hello and welcome to ThriftCart. In this video, I want to explore the different ways to categorize purchased product. Sometimes I will see purchased product come through in a category sheet with just simply that name, purchased product, and then sub-departments or subcategories listed under those for maybe individual suppliers or individual types of product. Sometimes when setting up a client's account, I will see various department names after the vendor name, so the actual name of the supplier that they're purchasing product from. But I actually recommend that neither of these naming conventions are used for tracking sales of purchased product. Rather, I recommend that purchased product is tracked in the same departments and same categories as donated product, because ThriftCart has both vendor tracking, where vendors can be added to individual items, and then you can run sales reports based on that supplier or vendor. And ThriftCart also has an item source field where for every item entered into ThriftCart, you can indicate if it was donated product or purchased product. So let's take a quick look at that field here. I'm going to open up an item, and here is that source field where you can indicate if the individual item is donated product or purchased product. And the daily summary report splits out sales based on sales of purchased product and donated product on the source, regardless of the department or category that that item is assigned to. So let's take a look here at the daily summary report. So notice how sales are reported by parent category, and they're also reported based on that source field. So we have total sales of donated product by category, of purchased product by the same category. We have a third source in here, consigned, that may or may not apply to your case. And then notice there's also a total sales column that has sales by that department of all sources. So scrolling down, let's take a look at reported sales of some various paint product and different ways that these can be categorized. So here we see a paint category that's pretty generic. This could be used for both purchased paint and donated paint. And here we see total sales of donated paint product, total sales of purchased paint product, and the two combined. This would be an example of using a supplier name. So we have Paint Supplier Inc. This could represent a various vendor where all product from this vendor is likely purchased product. And we have a total sales of product from that vendor. But in order to get a total count of sales of all paint, whether it's donated paint or purchased paint, we would have to add these two columns here together. Right? Whereas if we just used our generic paint category for both donated paint and purchased paint, then ThriftCart sums up the total for us automatically. And then here is an example of having a category that's just purchased product as a whole. In most cases, if this was being used, then you would probably have subcategories, either by individual types of product or by supplier. While this gives us a total of sales of our purchased product, we're not able to easily see if this is sales of appliances or furniture, rugs or paint or otherwise. So again, I recommend that you not use a purchased product category in your department list. Rather, just use the individual types of product like paint or flooring. And then when you put individual items in ThriftCart, you'll be able to indicate if those are purchased or donated items. Hopefully this is helpful. Please let us know if you have any questions.